Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational ladynoble with 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, future, you, or someone around you. So take the resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below. I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And today, collective, today, what's happening to fire signs? What's happening to the zodiac of fire signs? Sun, moon, or rise, or any placement in your chart. Okay, all are welcome. And all contributions are highly appreciated. We're starting off with mouse spirit. It says tend to the small things. Tend to the small things. Okay, and so there is a need for you to not disregard the small things. If you're someone who has a business, a brand, or something you want to build or create, a product. I'm picking up maybe fire signs. You have some kind of product that you want to maybe offer people. The spirit is saying, not for everybody, but someone watching. I'm picking up on that energy, the entrepreneur energy, fire signs. That the small things do matter. Just like saying, hello, good morning, thank you for your service, come again. Sometimes, not all the time, you don't ask people, hello, how you doing, how you feel today. The small things matter. You know, attitude is gratitude. Okay, the small things do matter. So if you are an entrepreneur or you're someone that has some type of business, spirit wants you to keep that in mind and be mindful of that. That it does matter. The small things that you may say or assume that don't matter, that they actually do. Okay, people remember good service. People remember people who are kind to them. If someone comes to your restaurant or your store, I'm just using it as an example. You do hair, you do nails, you're a barber, whatever. Whether you do home improvement, whether you're a mechanic, tattoo artist, whatever you do for a living, they will remember a kind soul. Someone who has courtesy. And this doesn't mean pretending, being fake, but this just means keeping in mind the little things does matter. Being neat, being clean, in your appearance. If you have a place of business, making sure things are kept in its place. Make sure decluttering is done on a regular basis. Make sure, hey, maybe you want to put a nice fragrance in the air for the customers. People remember things like that, even the small little things. So they want you to, how can I say this? Have some enthusiasm. Make sure you have a good attitude or energy towards the little things, okay? So that you're able to see success. The next card we have is 24, Electric Eel Spirit, okay? The Electric Eel Spirit says brings your ideas to life. So clearly, these cards go hand in hand, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're just a person that works a 9 to 5. You can have a great day at work just by having a good attitude. Real talk. Real talk, collective. You may not be an entrepreneur. You may be someone who works a 9 to 5. You have a job that you're grateful for and that you love. Having a positive attitude, being thankful for what you have, guess what, can put you in a better space and place. You can have a great work day. The hours won't seem so long. The day won't be so dreadful. How you treat people, how you interact with people. Your whole perception and your energy towards what you're doing matters. Even something simple as house cleaning. Okay, let's talk about it. Male or female, look, you may have a list of things like I had to do this. Instead of dreading about the list, I feel like do one at a time. If you got to do something today, something tomorrow, that's all right with me. You ain't got to do everything at once. Who said you got to do everything at once? Who said you got to clear the list in one day? I don't believe in that. It's your attitude. Thank you for my home. I'm so grateful to have the supplies to clean up my home. And turn on some nice music and get busy. Make it into a fun project. And so, being mindful and having a concern and just a respect and care about the small things in life, even the way that you interact with people on a daily, can really uplift your spirit, your mood, and your life. So clearly, fire signs, that's what this reading is about. Being mindful that the little things in life do matter. Okay? In order to bring your ideas, into your life and have success and be happy. Okay? Even if you're not an entrepreneur, Just making sure that you have good people skills, okay? Common courtesy, or teaching your children people skills and common courtesy, instilling that in them as well. Okay, okay, let's go on. I'm gonna work with those. I was about to keep pulling, okay? Yeah, the little things matter. Being clean, being neat, taking pride in your appearance, smelling good, all those things. It's not where you live, it's are you taking care of where you live? Are you keeping it clean? Are you pulling your trash? Are you letting the trash overflow? Do you pick up paper or do you walk past it? All that matters. It matters, okay? In order to maintain balance, fire sign, in order to have that balance in your life, okay, and to maintain it, okay? Life is not perfect, but there is a way that we can land on our feet majority of the time and not have to experience so much friction. One moment. And so we have the Knight of Pentacles here. And so the Knight of Pentacles, this is steadfast, being consistent and persistent with being mindful, not anxious or nervous, but Spirit is just saying, take in accountability your attitude regarding life and regarding the people around you, yourself and the people around you, your perception of life. Come out of the energy of thinking negative and feeling that everyone is after you or everything is bad or things are terrible. This is about coming out of a space of negative thinking. Shifting your perception actually will shift your life. Yeah, shifting your perception will shift your life. And so, Spirit is sending the message for you to go within and tap into this energy. And you will be so amazed, fire signs, so amazed, so amazed. The little bitty things, if you need to, say some affirmations. You can create your own affirmations, and with momentum, with time, they do work, they will have an effect on your life for the positive and of your mood. No one wants to be sad and mad every day, all day. I'm pretty sure you want to smell the roses, okay? With the Ace of Wands here, you want to smell the roses. You want to work on your passions. You want to be able to manifest. You want to be able to co-create. You don't want to just talk about and just dream about it. You're ready to, experience and feel the tangible, greenbacks, money, honey in your life. And so it's all about your attitude, okay? And I'm also picking up on someone who you may have something that you're working on and you are experiencing roller coaster emotions up and down, up and down. Spirit is saying for you to feel free to take a break. You don't have to give up, but it's okay to take a break and come back. Don't be so hard on yourself. Those who are for you, they will be there, okay? But give yourself a break. Give yourself some time to do nothing, even if it's 24 hours, a day to yourself, whether it's resting, sleeping, getting a massage, getting your feet rubbed, a hot bath, a nap. Give yourself a break. You have to take care of you. You don't want to overwork yourself. You don't want to deplete yourself where you're drained, okay? Because I'm picking up on someone being fatigued and wanting to give themselves a break, but you're concerned that you may miss out on something. Or, I know the feeling. You feel like if I don't do it, it ain't going to get done right. you know, it's like sending somebody to go do something for you, and you like, never mind, I'll do it. Because if I don't go do it, give yourself some rest. Give yourself a moment because you need to actually smell these roses while you're in the process of living your life, or if you're building a business, or if you're, returning to school, just something you're desiring to experience in this journey. And everyone's journey is different. Spirit is saying you have to consistently find time. Pencil yourself in, fire signs, to get some rest. That means stepping away, from your day to day routine. Maybe turning your phone off, going in the house, and closing your shades, just relaxing. Not hiding, not afraid, not sad, just relaxing. Okay? Well, don't close your shades. You know what? Let the chi in. Let the chi in the house. You need that for upliftment. You need that sunshine. But yes, just a day of rest. So I'm picking up someone needs to get that rest. Okay? And so it's all about, making sure that you are remembering to love yourself and to pour into yourself. So making sure you get rest is pouring into you, is showing love towards yourself. Making sure you're maintaining the balance is pouring into you, is showing yourself that you care to be balanced and maintain that stability. To make sure that you are centered and grounded. Okay? Spirit wants you to avoid this energy here, feeling like you're binded or you're in a situation that you cannot get away from, fire signs. Feeling like, oh, I got to do this or else, or wearing yourself down so much, that it can really affect your well being. And you don't want things to get to that point. I don't just say it because I like to say it, but what is for you, fire signs, it will never pass you by. You do not have to worry about that. You do not have to be full of anxiety regarding that. We have the Page of Cups, okay? This energy here represents you tap into your creativity, and also tap into your sensual side, pampering yourself. And also, male or female, feel free to show yourself a little bit, okay? I'm picking up on someone who is very handsome and beautiful. Handsome, sexy, beautiful, awesome, and you like to cover up. You can dress the way you want. But the message is go ahead and wear a dress just for the day, or that blouse with the shoulder cut off. Wear that just for the moment. And I'm picking up on a guy that looks nice in a tank top, but he thinks he doesn't. Spirit is saying, go ahead, just one day out the week, just put it on. And if you don't want to go out your house, wear it around the house. Put something nice on and wear it around the house. And then you'll get accustomed, and it'll boost your confidence, and you'll get accustomed to having it on, and you'll start dressing up more. There's something about maybe a makeover or changing your wardrobe, fire sign. There is someone who feels that they don't look nice in a particular clothing, and I'm getting the message: you look good, male or female. You look awesome. You look good. You don't even know how good you look. You look so nice. You don't even know, and you're not looking for attention, but there's something about you tapping into the sensual side of you, male or female. This energy will do a lot for your aura, will do a lot for your vibration. See, things work like the organs in the body, they work dependently. I'm not a licensed medical physician. This is not medical advice. But the organs in the body work dependently upon each other. Look here. Things work together for the higher good, for the greatest good. We heard it. But it's true. We hear this a lot repetitively, but it's true. So tap into that sensual side will help you raise your frequency, and also build your confidence. So you work on one area and it'll pivot you in another direction and help you in that area. So be mindful. Tend to the small things. And what I just named and what I just told you to do is very small. Putting on an outfit that's in your closet. For guys, it's a tank top shirt. You think you don't look nice in it, you look good in it. And for ladies, it's a dress or a skirt or something with your shoulders out. If you don't want to wear it, this outfit is already in your closet. You know what it is. You know what it is that you done bought, you done purchased, and you don't wear. Spirit is saying, put it on and wear it around your house. And after you wear it around your house, you're going to want to wear it outside the house. Tend to the little things. Because the little things, as I just said, will pivot you in another direction, fire sign, and keep it ablazing for you, okay? The little things will bring your highest and brightest manifestations and ideas to life for you. And it starts with confidence. Confidence is at the center, fire signs. And y'all know this. The fire signs, that's that sun energy. You know, you need confidence just about everything. And so it's something about you tapping into your sensual side. So what I just named is something private, something you can do in your home. On that day off that you're getting rest and you're chilling. Put that muscle bound shirt on. Stop playing. Put that dress on. Put it on. You better put that shit on. They want you to unleash and unlock your magic. Unlock your magic. It's the little things, okay? All right, here we go with the music. Little things, it's the little things, and the joy it brings. It's the little things. I think that's India Ari. Yeah, it's the little things, and it brings a lot of joy. But for you, it's going to bring more than joy. It's going to unlock a lot of mystery, okay? And it's going to put that confidence on 10, not in an arrogant way, not in a haughty way, but bring you the balance. The balance, okay? All right? Go ahead while you are rejuvenating. Put that outfit on. Yeah, and paint your toenails or whatever. Whatever. Because you're ready. You're ready to have that moment. Confirmation with the mating call outside in nature. Confirmation. You're ready for the celebration. The Six of Wands represents, success and victory and accomplishment. These wands represents being celebrated, and the people around this person, male or female, celebrating them as well. This is a victory. This is like coming out of a hard battle and being victorious and successful. I know this is something that you fantasize about. This is something that you see yourself doing, that you are manifesting. You're going to have your moment, but you have to tap into this energy. They want you to tap into your sensual side. It's the little things. And the joy it brings, it's the little things. And for everybody, it's different, okay? Because there's a lot of little things that can really make a person's day. There's a lot of little bitty things that can bring more clients to you. There's a lot of little things, that can make you smile, or there's a lot of small things, details, the details. Something about paying attention to the small details, okay? Now I see someone fixing up a table or something. Someone owns a restaurant, or you sell food, or see someone fixing a tablecloth. Yeah, gotta put a smile on. You got employees working for you. Tell them put a smile on. Say put a smile on. Swipe in with a smile. It matters. It matters. You gotta be a people person. You can't want the success if you're not a people person. There are people who try to force themselves into different genres of life, but you have to be a people person when it comes to particular things. Especially if you're going to do anything dealing with the public, you got to have compassion. And if you're not a people person, you don't have patience or compassion, or confidence, it will show. It will show. You can try to hide it, but it'll show. It'll come up like spoiled milk. Spoiled milk from a baby. Spoiled milk from a baby right on your shoulder. Right before you about to go out the door. The baby threw up. Oh yeah, we crack jokes over here. Yes, we do. We have the Queen of Cups energy here. This Queen of Cups here, this is the energy of someone monitoring. As I said, I'm pretty sure I'm picking up that, you're visualizing, fire signs, you're fantasizing, you're trying to, you could be practicing the law of attraction as well. Okay? You're very passionate and you're very intuitive and you're ready. You're ready for this. You see it and you feel it. Maybe you fantasize yourself doing a ribbon cutting, opening that store, that boutique, you know. And it can happen. It is all obtainable for you, it's not out of reach. It's not out of reach. So if you started working or on this project, or this is something at work for you in your career, keep going. Maybe you are desiring a promotion. Maybe you love the job that you're on. Maybe you are hearing about a promotion, that's a position that's going to become available. Okay, fire signs, keep going. Keep going, okay? On your throne, you know, on your throne. Fortune favors the bold. Great fortune favors the bold. Feel free to connect and go within. Feel free. We got the Hierophant and we got the Hangman here. Feel free to go within. Make it all spiritual. And you can do that in your own way. You can take advice. You can do what you saw somebody else do if you want to. You got free will. I can't tell you what to do. Okay? But make it all spiritual. Feel free to tap in. Okay? Because the magic is within you and they want you to work on that confidence. Spirit is saying you need to work on that confidence. Something about putting this outfit on, male or female, that we were just speaking about, is going to unlock something within you, you know, and it's going to make you, you know, like irresistible. You're gonna be like, turn down for what? What is that, Little John? Turn down for what? That's what I'm hearing. That's the message. I'm hearing the music, so I gotta include it. Okay, I gotta include it. Okay, because you're ready, you know, to close out that cycle. And the World card is here, confirming. You know, I have to cover that up. I can't give you a peep show. Okay, but the World card is here, confirming that this change is obtainable for you, and that it's here. You just need to take the steps that are necessary. Just be mindful in how you are interacting on a daily, whether you are an entrepreneur or someone that just works a 9 to 5, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, doesn't matter. Be mindful of how you interact and how you deal with people. You know, be mindful of your projections. You know, make sure you're not projecting any negative energy, meaning wishing people harm. You know, you don't have to go along to get along. You don't have to agree with everybody. You don't have to like everybody. But there's a way to be mindful, you know, energetically, you know, of how you move about in these streets, in these cosmic streets. Being mindful, because what you put out comes back. And so the little things in your life will help you close out this old cycle of feeling worn down, tired, fatigued, drained. You have a lot of bright ideas. You're a very smart person, but I'm just picking up you right now. So it's a tinge bit of stagnation. It's got you feeling kind of groggy and drab. And you're desiring for that energy to dissipate and move out of your way. It's not nothing negative or bad. It's just a tinge of darkness, a tinge of shadow work that needs to be done. Okay? Journaling would be good for you. Journaling would be good for you. Okay? And the Fool card, this is you. This is you being more confident after going within and tapping into that sensual side, male or female, being more confident and courageous. Look how that foot is right there on the edge. If that ain't confidence, I don't know what it is. If that ain't courageous, I don't know what it is. So fire sign, there is a need with the sun, with the fire shining. Okay, there is a need for you to tune in and tap in. Okay, be brave, be you, make it do what it do. And we have the sun card here. Okay, spirit is not playing. Spirit is not playing. This is a high card in tarot. This is a positive card. This is a card that everyone wants to see. You know, if you're playing with the cards, if you're throwing cards, this is a card that folks want to see. Okay? This is abundance, this is prosperity, this is happiness, this is everything that a person could hope or wish for. This is faith, this is also good fortune. Okay? All right. And also it represents possibly having a child. Congratulations to you. You may not be aware, but you could find out that you're having a baby, you know, or a child is on the way. If not you, someone in your family. Okay? Congratulations to the new addition. Okay? Yes, Leo. Yes. It's the little things. What else? Fire. I said Leo, didn't I? Leo is a fire sign. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Oh, so someone has heavy Leo placement. Okay. But I'm doing a general fire signs read. So yeah, but that Leo is not a coincidence. It's confirmation. Someone could have heavy Leo placement. Okay, fire and fire energy somewhere could be a double Leo placement. I said it twice. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with mustard here, but I got it. All right. The Three of Swords here. So you're no longer this Three of Swords energy. You will no longer be giving this to yourself. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that this energy here is energy that no longer exists. This is energy fire sign that no longer exists. You are not binded to any situation. You are not stuck. You are not heartbroken. I'm putting it right by the world card. You're closing out that energy. This is old energy here. This is past energy. Excuse me. Moving forward to calmer waters. Okay. Moving forward to calmer waters. Every sword that could have been possibly thrown at you in your past will be utilized. You see these swords in the boat will be utilized to build and create, meaning you have learned the lessons. And you've also learned a way, or will be learning a way, of how not to repeat them. You will be taking your experiences and finding a way of not to repeat them. You've learned those lessons. But you're like, you know what? I done took all these swords out my back, all from those experiences. I think I'll take them with me and I'll build. I think I'll take them with me and turn my pain into pleasure, turn my salt into sugar, turn my rain into sunshine. Yeah, moving forward. Because you're going to acknowledge the little things and how important they are. Now I'm hearing it can all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Okay, so you're going to find that it's really simple. You're going to look back and be saying to yourself, I'm so glad and thankful that I took time with me, because you're going to learn that the things you desire is not as hard as you thought they were. Maybe you thought things were harder than they really are. This could be people around you, maybe the way you were raised, things you were told, also things you have witnessed or experienced may have made you feel like things are out of reach or hard to obtain. But you're going to find that it's simple. You're going to find that it's very simple and easy. It's just like magic. It's just like the snap of a finger. Okay? No longer having to fight, but you'll have your sword, in case it's needed, in case it's necessary. Your sword is just present to remind you of where you come from and what you have experienced. But like I said, with the Six of Swords, you're taking these swords with you and you're going to build with them. He or she is in this boat to make it to the other side, or to relocate, go into that new house or that new condo or penthouse. And they're gonna create and transmute all these swords here into something positive. Okay, and you'll be able to reflect and look at how far you came. So you come out of the energy of feeling like you have to defend yourself all the time. Not saying you're gonna become a punk or weak or a sucker or a simp, but you're coming out of the energy of having to feel defenseful. You may have, had a life or circumstances where you've always had to have your guard up when it comes to people, whether it's in your family, at work, in your neighborhood, your neighbor, your friend, siblings, relatives, people, family members of someone you dated. Okay, that's for somebody, maybe in-laws, somebody who's married to. But you're going to come out of that energy of having to be on defense, because you'll be no longer dealing with those kind of people. You'll be more mindful of allowing yourself to stay in conditions that you know are not favorable. So that's what that is, fire signs. You will not allow yourself to stay in conditions that are not favorable. Possibly in the past, you allowed yourself, to stay in those situations, and it made you feel as if you were less than who you really were. I have this fish in a bowl. I don't have much, but I just want to know, do you want cast pop? That was the people that you were around, or the conditioning of the mindset of how you were programmed in your upbringing to feel that way. That isn't who you truly are. That's not your true nature. And so, since you're no longer dealing with those kind of people, that's also going to assist in changing your perception of life. You're going to know that it is very simple. You're going to know that one of the little things that matter, one of the little things that matter that can bring about change and bringing your ideas to life is being mindful of not allowing yourself to be in circumstances or around people, places, and things that are not for your highest good. You'll learn how to remove yourself. You'll learn how to stop self sacrificing yourself, because I call that self sacrificing when we allow ourselves to be around people that we know are not on our frequency, or they don't have our highest good at heart, or their intentions are unpure, or they're toxic or chaotic, or people that we know that love to fight all the time, or let's go pull up to their house, let's go this, that kind of energy, that dark energy. When we allow ourselves, even if they are relatives, to be around and connect and entangle with these people, you're sacrificing yourself. You're putting yourself out on a limb, because being around that kind of energy, you can get caught in the crossfire. Anything can occur. I'm not saying life is perfect, but why deliberately put yourself in the crossfire of somebody else's energy, of somebody else's aura, some ish they got going on that has nothing to do with you, but just because you want to prove that you cool like that, or y'all go way back, or that's my family, that's my homie, they from the hood I'm from, we go way back. It's not worth self-sacrificing yourself. We are all uniquely, individually, divinely created. You have your own path and your own mission to live. And you're not put here. You were not put here to sacrifice, to put yourself out on the limb, to risk it all for someone else. To be another story of, oh, that's so sad. You were not put here for that. And so you're coming out of that. Also you're going to find, the little things will remind you to keep your mind clear and know the difference and recognize who is for your highest good and who isn't. Because I don't call them friends, I call them associates. People you deal with, from time to time. It's okay to have associates. It's okay to hang out. It's okay to make more associates, and all that, but know your limitations, establish boundaries, and enforce them. You should never be somewhere. This is for somebody, because I'm being told to go ahead and let my tangent roll. You should never be somewhere where you have to sleep with one eye open. You should never be somewhere where you can't set your purse and your keys down. You should never be somewhere where you know around people whom you can't trust your kids to be around. And if all the things I'm naming leaves you with nobody, then Spirit is saying it's best you learn to be your own best friend. And don't be so reliant on people outside of you. The greatest gift that man can give himself is learning how to be with thyself. And then you can learn thyself. And then you can fine tune your spiritual connection. And then when things occur in life, to be still. Not saying you have to turn your back on the world or live in fear. But you should never put yourself, or if you are a parental figure, if you are or if you aren't, put you or your children around anyone whom you know is toxic. They're unhealthy. Risk takers, the wild ones, the chaotic ones, the ones that do the crazy oomph. We all have moments in life where we act foolish, where we turn up, but it comes a moment where you have to mature and be responsible. If you love your life, if you love your children, if you feel you have something to live for, there is a reason to be mindful and not care what anybody think or what they talking about. Nobody wants it more than you. Nobody wants you more happier more than you, more successful, more safer, more healthier than you. Nobody is going to want these things for you more than you. So take care of the MVP. You the star player. Take care of you, fire signs, at all times. And remember, the little things do count. What you say to yourself, what you say about other people, the energy you projecting out. Sometimes it's best to say nothing at all. This is about a mindful spiritual tune up and learning that the little things matter. The little things and tending to, as it say, tend to the small things. Tending to the small things will bring in the bigger, better, favorable blessings. Confirmation with the mating call in nature, if y'all can hear that. The crickets indicate it is the mating call. They do it in the evening and the noon. 2 times, sometimes 3 days, 3 times a day. Okay? So that's what that is, because it matters, But for that energy, I don't care. It's whatever. Okay, this read ain't for you. This ain't for you. This is for them ones that's focused on living their best life. This reading ain't. This is for them ones that's focused on living their best life. People who are working on progress, people who are desiring to experience more because they trust and they know that there is more out here to endure and experience. Folks who are ready to rest in abundance and prosperity. It is possible to be genuinely, wholeheartedly happy. There are really happy people in this world, and they're not pump faking. It's real. There are really people like running circles in happiness. They are really happy, and it ain't fake. It's real. There are people, fire signs, that are really grateful. They're so grateful, they look like they walking on water. They look like the sun is always shining on them because they're grateful, and they're really happy. They're really thankful. So this concludes the read for the zodiac sign of the fire placements. Later.